Ah, Professor Babbage, step in out of the snow. And you too, young man. Is this lad your assistant?
Yes, indeed. This is Wilkes, one of my more promising students. Here, this goose is for you.
Thank you ever so much for your kindness, Professor Babbage. And thanks to you, young man. Here, get yourself some refreshment with this.
No, thank you, but it's not necessary.
It's only a couple of coppers. Please, it's just a token, and I'd feel a lot better for giving it.
Oh, very well. I'm afraid we must be off. Merry Christmas to you.
And to you too, Professor. And to you, young Wilkes.
Well, that's the last one delivered. What say you, Wilkes, to some refreshment?
Oh, yes, definitely, sir.
Merry Christmas.
And to you, thank you.
Nice to see the snow at Christmas, don't you think, Professor?
It most certainly is. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bless you, sir, and thank you for your generosity.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Wilkes, I think we should seek refuge and refreshment in the nearest hostelry. Tell me, how much damage would be done to a student standing among his fellows were he to be seen in the Bull's Head in the company of a member of staff?
If it transpired that the member of staff was paying the bill, then I'd believe it would enhance rather than harm his standing. Besides, even though the Bull's Head is a favoured watering hole for students, I expect most of them will have gone home for Christmas by now.
Yes, of course. It is the 23rd. Aren't you going home for Christmas?
No. No, my parents are overseas and they want me to spend Christmas with my Aunt Edith, but, well, let's just say I'd rather not.
Don't get on too well, then, with Aunt Edith.
No, nor her family.
Then you shall have Christmas dinner with me.
Oh, sir, I couldn't impose.
I insist there's no imposition. That's settled, then. In the meantime, let us repair to the Bull's Head for a glass or two of mulled wine. Christmas time invariably brings back memories of my old maths professor. This was once his study. And when I became a professor, I inherited his rooms. It felt curiously appropriate. Like coming home. It's over 40 years now. No, I must be more precise. He would expect that. Let's see, 1889, 42 years ago. The Michaelmas term was nearing its end when I had my first encounter with the great mathematician and physicist, Professor Albert G. Orit, H.M. Of course, I had been attending his lectures for months, but this was the first time he actually spoke to me or even noticed my existence.
Better get a move on, Babbage. Eld Orit doesn't take too kindly to anyone arriving late for his lectures. Here, where are you going?
Lecture room 2.
You really should pay more attention, Babbage. I know you're just a yokel, not fully au fait with the ways of the world, but not knowing even the number of your lecture room. And you aspire to being a mathematician.
But it's always lecture room 2.
Look behind you. At the notice board, you idiot.
Due to renovations to lecture room 2, Professor Orit's lectures today are transferred to lecture room 5. Damn! Where's room 5?
The far side of the quad and up 2 flights of stairs. Chop, chop, my boy. You know what old Al is like about punctuality.
Drake, aren't you coming?
No. I've got a special tutorial with Redlaw.
What time is it now?
Time you got to watch, Babbage. According to mine, you've got 3 and maybe... no, just 3. 2:59... 2:58, 2:57, 2:56. Now, who could have put that notice up there? Room 2, I believe.
There is little I can do about how well they function, but I do insist that the brains of those attending my lectures are awake and oxygenated. Let's have some windows open, shall we? Ah, cool, clean, fresh air. Excellent. Now, I will preface this lecture by reminding you again that words are unreliable and cannot communicate truths. All they can do is convey opinions, and even that they do inadequately. The ultimate truths can be found only in mathematics. Now, let us examine the truths of entropy and thermodynamics. Who dares enter the room when a lecture of mine is in progress?
Babbage, sir. Nicholas Babbage.
Well, Nicholas Babbage, what is the reason for this intrusion?
I was misled, misinformed.
We are all misled and misinformed, Babbage, but some more seriously than others. And it appears I myself have been misled into believing the most serious cases were confined to the arts department. Babbage, I was just about to start my lecture on the mathematics of entropy and the laws of thermodynamics when I was rudely interrupted by your late arrival. Do you know what entropy is?
Yes, sir. I believe I do.
Would you care to share this with us?
It is the amount of disorder in a system or a process. And in all processes, entropy increases.
And?
The concept was introduced in 1865 by Rudolf Clausius as part of his work on the first and second laws of thermodynamics. With Émile Clapeyron, he deduced the Clausius-Clapeyron relation as a way of characterizing the phase transition between two states of matter, such as liquid or solid. In a paper published in 1867...
Thank you, Mr. Babbage. That was most illuminating, coming from someone as misinformed as your good self. Do you possess a watch?
No, sir.
See that you get one, and don't be late again. Now, with your permission, we will continue. F equals G by M1 by M2 over R squared. Newton's law of universal gravitation, a thing of beauty. An equation with the elegance of a Bach fugue and the majesty of the Hallelujah chorus. M1 and M2 are the masses of two objects. R is the distance between them, and G is... Can anyone tell me what G is? Yes, Babbage, I'm sure you know. Anyone other than Babbage? No? No one? I suppose you had better enlighten us, Babbage.
G is the gravitational constant, sir.
Yes, that is indeed what G is.
So, Professor, what is this highly secretive research of yours all about?
If I were to divulge that to you, Sawyer, it would no longer be highly secretive, now would it?
You can trust me. I'm your doctor.
Though we might never admit it, those of us who labour in the sciences, mathematicians, physicists, chemists, and the like, hunger for recognition and adulation with the same ferocity as any who dabble in the arts. Consequently, though we might confer and collaborate with one another to an extent, we can be fiercely competitive and secretive about our research if we think we are on to something big. This I can confide in you, as it is an ailment of mine, and therefore it is covered by your Hippocratic oath.
The condition of your heart and your blood pressure are the ailments that should concern you. You must slow down. Consider your age. Can't you find a student to assist with your research? Do some of the donkey work, take some of the pressure off.
I can think of nothing more likely to put me under greater pressure and give me palpitations than engaging one of my students as an assistant. Perhaps you would understand a little better if I were to tell you something of the nature of my research and of my students.
I'm all ears.
You certainly caught old Orrit on the hop today, Nicholas. I don't believe I've ever seen a student stand up to him before. Good show.
Thank you, Barnes. I didn't set out to tackle him. It was just...
Babbage and Barnes. A brace of bumpkins in their rooms.
Drake, you might have had the good manners to knock.
Did you hear that, chaps? The yokel is not only a whiz in mathematics, but also an authority on manners and proper behaviour.
And a natty dresser too. I say, Drake, take a look in this wardrobe.
Good Lord, Babbage. Is this what passes for fashion up north in Rochdale or Rotherham or wherever it is you come from?
Give me those! I'm from Barnstaple, and it's in the south, in Devon.
Who are by gum?
I think I smell cow dung.
No, I think the country boy shat himself.
Well, I did get a bit of a shock today.
That wasn't funny.
Not funny, Babbage. We all thought it was hilarious, didn't we, chaps?
Absolutely hilarious.
And in fairness to you, Babbage, you acquitted yourself admirably. You don't often see old Orrit stopped in his tracks. We are here to salute you as a jolly good sport, aren't we, chaps?
Absolutely.
And just because you're here on scholarship, paid for by benevolent, wealthy families like ours, doesn't mean we think any less of you. Does it, lads?
Of course not.
In fact, the second reason we've come to visit you this evening is to invite you to join our soccer team. And you too, Barnes. The Blues. Babbage and Barnes. You could be our goalkeeper, Babbage, and you, Barnes, could be our new centre forward.
He'll have to lose these spectacles.
Give 'em here. OK, so I'll take a throw in to you, Barnes, and you head it past Babbage for a goal, right?
I can't see without my spectacles.
Drake, give him back his spectacles.
Are you giving me an order, Babbage?
Call it what you like. Now give Barnes back his spectacles.
Or what?
This!
Ooh! Good Lord! What a punch! He's out cold. Drake? Wake up, Drake!
What happened?
He hit you with a real haymaker.
Pretty appropriate, wouldn't you say? A haymaker from a country bumpkin.
Who just happens to be the junior lightweight boxing champion of Devon and Cornwall for the last 2 years.
I think my nose is broken.
Consider yourself lucky. Now get out, and don't bother Ernest or me again.
One of my students, quite by chance, made reference today to an old colleague of mine, Rudolf Clausius. He was professor of mathematics for many years at Bonn.
Mm-hmm.
And the student also referred to Rudolf's work on thermodynamics, which first set me on my quest for the grand equation.
Ha ha! Is this what your top secret research is all about? The grand equation?
Yes, and I believe another colleague, Professor Planck at Berlin, is conducting similar research on thermodynamics and atomic structure, though, of course, he denies it.
Excuse a country doctor's ignorance. What is this grand equation?
Ah, that's the mystery. We don't know for sure. It's a bit like El Dorado, and there are those who believe that, like El Dorado, it is just a fable.
But that's not what you believe, is it?
Well, let's say it's worth searching for, because even if it does turn out to be a myth, the quest itself will be a fascinating and illuminating one.
But how will you know it if you find it?
It will be an equation of stunning simplicity and awesome power, a key to unlock all the wonders of the universe.
Good heavens. Look, I had a vision of scientists trying to find the keys to lots of small doors set in a great door, and as each one is opened, a little more light gets through. But for every door that's opened, they also discover several more doors they didn't realize were there. But I never imagined there was a lock on the great door itself, let alone a key.
Oh, there is certainly a lock, and if there is a lock, there must be a key. Of course, it may never be found.
Do you know, I don't believe I would want all the wonders of the universe explained, so I'm not sure I wish you success in your research. A world without wonder would be a dreary place.
And if by chance you found yourself holding that very key, do you expect me to believe you would not open the door?
I'm surprised at you, a mathematician, asking foolish, hypothetical questions.
Touché, Doctor. I think it's time for a little of the music of Bach. I doubt that will ever lose its wonder. Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
The end of term and the following spring term passed quietly enough. Tarquin Millington Drake never bothered me again. In fact, he and one of his henchmen dropped out of college and neither returned for the spring term. I wasn't too displeased. Professor Orrit continued doing his research and preaching passionately to his students on the transcendence of mathematics.
The philosophical dichotomy between form and substance is resolved in mathematics. Melody, harmony, and rhythm in music, balance, perspective, and proportion in art, the very notion of beauty itself, are all fundamentally aspects of numerical relationships. There is an absolute transcendent reality, and it is pure mathematics. Philosophers have abandoned the search for truth. They know the sole remaining task for philosophy is the analysis of language. This is no more than vacuous sophistry. If God ever spoke to us, he would sing in calculus.
Then, on the 23rd of May, 1890...
Let us take the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Numbers are solid. They are precise, concrete, and enduring. Words are liquid. They are fluid and take the shape of the containers into which they are poured. Then there are words and combinations of words which are gaseous, just hot air. Ah, Mr. Babbage, as I recall, you have your arm raised, I see. Are you engaging in some class of exercise, or do you have some hot air you wish to release?
Sir, these states are not fixed. Doesn't matter assume a solid, liquid, or gaseous state, depending on temperature and pressure. Solids can be melted, liquids frozen, and gases liquefied.
Young man, since you are astute enough to make this profound observation, you must surely be aware that I am attempting to elucidate a complex metaphysical proposition by the use of a metaphor. And a metaphor, by definition, is not meant to be taken literally. Were I to enter this room and announce that it was raining cats and dogs outside, only an idiot would rush to the window in anticipation of seeing tabbies and cocker spaniels falling from the sky. The point you make, nonetheless, does serve to further confirm my contention that words are slippery and unreliable. That will be all for today. Those of you who haven't already left your answers to the geometry question, please do so before you leave. Solids melt, liquids freeze, and gases...
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor Orrit. I was sure this room was for English Lit at 3:30.
Pardon me, you're absolutely right. It's I who should apologize to you, Mr. Brodie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The room is yours. I've stayed a little longer than I should. Forgive me.
Ach, there's no need to apologise. But I'm a wee bit surprised. I was full sure it was I who made the mistake, because I've heard you're always so precise. Are you feeling all right, Professor?
I'm fine, thank you. Tell me, what is the subject of your lecture today?
Medievalism and the Romantic Poets.
Fascinating.
I'm a great lover of the Romantic Poets, Professor. How about you?
I know only a little of their work. I find a little goes a long way.
And a little more would go a lot further, I assure you, Professor, if only you were willing to surrender to its magic, to be seduced and captivated by its charm. I'll drop some books into you.
That's very kind of you, but I'm rather busy with my research right now, and I doubt I would get the time to read them. But thank you again for your kind offer.
Oh, you're welcome, I'm sure. Tell me, what class of thing are you researching then?
I see your students await you. I best go and let you get on with your lecture. Goodbye.
Oh, yes. Goodbye, Professor.
Simple question in geometry and still not a single correct answer. What time is it? Almost 5 minutes past 11. Let's see, when have I done? Just do a couple more. I don't believe it. 23 degrees, 5 minutes. The correct answer at last. Let me see whose paper this is. I might have known. Nicholas Babbage. Just a minute. 23 degrees, 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes past the 23rd hour. And today is the 23rd of May. The 23rd of the 5th. Extraordinary. What is the probability of a confluence like that, I wonder? I am all too aware that this is your last lecture before the summer break. That means the holiday does not commence till after this lecture. Before and after. Very simple concepts. However, on the evidence of the inane scribbling most of you submitted as answers to a straightforward geometry question, your brains, or what passes for brains, have departed and are already on vacation. Now, though it's not on your course for this term, I am going to tell you something about probability theory. Probability theory is the mathematical study of phenomena characterized by randomness or uncertainty, like the toss of a coin or dice, the turn of a playing card, or the spin of a roulette wheel, or finding the correct answer among these papers of yours. I have calculated the probability, and I would be as likely to get as many correct answers from an equivalent number of chimpanzees as I did from this class. Mr. Darwin didn't need to go all the way to the Galapagos Islands to establish our collective ancestry. He would have found ample evidence of it right here. Babbage, would you be so kind as to come to my office this afternoon? Say 23 minutes after 5?
Yes, sir. 23 minutes past 5. $1,055, $1,056, $1,057, $1,058, $1,059, $1,060.
Come in. Ah, Babbage. Let me see. Ah, yes, pretty good timing for someone with no watch. Would I be correct in believing you are still without a chronometer?
Yes, sir. I did get one for Christmas last, but it's at the watchmaker's. The Spring or something.
Mm-hmm. You're here by dint of some bursary or endowment, I understand.
Yes, sir.
Well, my boy, there's no shame in that. On the contrary, you can take pride in the fact. Indeed, my own education was paid for by a benevolent relative. You know you are the one clever chimpanzee, don't you?
Sir?
You alone got the correct answer. 23 degrees, 5 minutes. And this I discovered at 23:05 last night on the 23rd day of the 5th month.
My God, sir. What is the probability of that?
Like the number of stars in the heavens, incalculable. I am sceptical about messages from other dimensions, but this has all the hallmarks of a revelation, an epiphany. The significance, however, is not immediately obvious and requires further investigation.
So it would seem.
Well, my doctor has advised me to take on an assistant to do what he referred to as the donkey work. How are you with donkeys, Babbage?
Oh, I'm from a farming background, sir, so they shouldn't be a problem.
Good. The summer holidays are upon us, and if you find yourself with time on your hands over the next few months, you might give some thought to this improbable confluence of date, time, and angle, and the numbers 23 and 5, or 2, 3, and 5, and see if you can discover any special significance these numbers might have. I suspect they are the key to something very profound. Do you follow?
I think so, sir.
When we return in the autumn, you will be my assistant, so your fees will be waived. You will receive a modest contribution to your upkeep, and you will need this, just until your own comes back from the watchmaker.
Sir, that is most generous of you.
You'll earn it. And remember, you may not communicate anything of this research to a living soul. I take it I need never mention this again.
Never.
Good.
What is it we're after, sir?
The Holy Grail, Babbage. The Holy Grail.
I spent most of the summer poring over books and making calculations in libraries, in bed at night, and in all sorts of improbable places. When I returned in the autumn, I went straight to Professor Orritt's room.
Well, what have we got?
I don't have much, I'm afraid.
Of course, 2, 3, and 5 are the first 3 prime numbers.
After 0 and 1, they are also the next 3 numbers in the Fibonacci sequence.
So the next numbers would be 8, 13, and 21. Where does that get us, I wonder?
I don't know, sir. It would greatly help if I had some idea as to where we are trying to get.
Do you know what the grand equation is?
The equation that's supposed to be at the heart of everything. Do you believe there is such an equation?
I believe it's worth looking for, if only for what the search itself might reveal. Therefore, I have resolved to retire from lecturing to concentrate fully on doing just that.
And you believe 23 and 5 are part of it?
Not exactly. I think this is a riddle that must be solved, like a century one must pass before going on to the next phase of the quest. But I believe it will take me very close to my objective, like landing on square 28 in Snakes and Ladders.
What's in square 28?
The bottom rung of the longest ladder on the board. The one that takes you all the way up to square 84.
Good afternoon, Professor Orritt. I didn't think you were a soccer fan.
I'm not, Mr. Hamilton, but I was taking a stroll when I saw the game in progress. I realized there were 22 players and a referee chasing a bag of wind around a field. An absurd activity, of course, but I thought it might shed some light on a project I'm working on right now.
And has it done?
Not so far. Tell me, how is our team doing?
We're 5-0 down, and there's 23 minutes left to play.
We're doing as well as that, eh?
Look out, Professor! Professor, are you all right? Professor? Here, let me help you up.
What happened?
You just made a spectacular header.
I did?
Well, our none too accurate winger attempted a cross which struck you on the head and put you on the seat of your pants.
I see.
Not too well, I imagine. Your spectacles got broken.
On the contrary, I can see better than ever.
Are you sure you're all right?
I'm fine. Who kicked that ball?
I did, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
No need to apologize, my boy. It was an excellent shot.
I'll get one of the boys to accompany you back to your room.
Thank you, but there's no need. I never felt better. What you could do is send someone to find Nicholas Babbage and bring him to me right away, if you please. Come in, come in. Ah, Babbage. I think I might have cracked it. Here, come and take a look at this.
Do you mean the globe, sir?
Yes, the globe. What do you notice about it?
Well, it's round.
Yes, like a football. And anything else?
It revolves on its axis?
Yes, and what else? There's something else.
Its axis is tilted.
Exactly, Babbage. Its axis is tilted. I've broken my good reading spectacles, so I want you to get down the book on geography for me. It should be just over there. Yes. Next shelf up. No, a little to your left. Yes, about there. Can you see it?
Yes, I've got it.
Good, excellent. Now, look up Earth's axis angle of tilt in the index. Have you got it?
Just a second. Yes, it's here. I have it.
Well, what does it say?
The Earth's axial tilt varies over time between 22 and 24 degrees from the vertical, the mean average being about 23 degrees, 5 minutes.
23 degrees, 5 minutes. Mr. Babbage, do you know what this means?
What, sir?
It means we've just landed on square 28. Let's take the ladder up to square 84, shall we?
I thought we'd done for old Orrit the other day. He was actually watching a soccer match when he was clocked on the head by a football. And the old guy went down like an empty sack. I thought he was a goner. Then up he hops, fresh as a daisy, and he's off like a hare with a grin on him like a Cheshire cat.
For a games coach, you've quite a fondness for the similes. Have you not, Mr. Hamilton?
I beg your pardon, a fondness for the what?
The similes. Oh, it doesn't matter. You know, I spoke to Professor Orrit just once last term. I thought he was away with the fairies.
I imagine you would probably be fairly familiar with them yourself, Mr. Brodie.
Oh, come now, Mr. Hamilton. We must not split our infinitives. It betrays a lack of refinement.
And how are things in the chemistry department, Mr. Wilberforce?
Bubbling along nicely, Mr. Redlaw, thank you. And in geography?
Oh, fine, thank you. I believe you bumped into old Orrit yesterday.
I did indeed. You know he's not lecturing anymore, devoting all his time to his research. But nobody knows for sure what it is he's researching.
Including Orrit.
I heard it has something to do with some formula or equation that explains everything.
Ah, yes, the grand equation.
Could there be such a thing?
Of course not. It's a mathematical myth.
It seems after the knock on the head, he thought the football had produced a similar effect to Newton's apple and was wittering on about the Earth's angle of tilt, as if he had discovered gravity.
There's nothing new about the Earth's angle of tilt. Since it's not a constant, the average is taken, and that's an angle of a little over 23 degrees, and it has been known a long time.
What's the significance of this angle of tilt, then?
Well, it's responsible for the seasons and the cyclical nature of life on Earth.
What if there was no tilt, or if you could compensate for it? What effect would that have?
The question's academic. It can't be done.
Where can one ask academic questions if not here? Humour me, Mr. Redlaw. What if it could be done?
Yes, Mr. Redlaw, please, humour us. We are all fascinated.
Professor Orrit, please forgive me. I didn't realise you'd come in.
Please, continue. I would like to hear your answer.
Well, I don't really know. The whole cycle of life and death would change in ways I can only imagine. There would be no seasons, so I suppose there would be no cycle, which raises all kinds of questions.
Indeed. And would not the effects of eliminating this tilt be most noticeable at the poles?
I expect it would. If you could stand the cold, you might live for centuries. But speculation is purely fanciful. Hypothetical questions like these are for the writers of science fiction, not real scientists.
Mr. Redlaw, you are absolutely correct. Thank you all the same for your observations. Most interesting.
The professor's need for my assistance with his research came to an abrupt halt, and I saw little of him during the following weeks. Often I was asked, What in the devil is old Orrit up to? And I could answer honestly, I have no idea. He hadn't given me any clue how the angle of the Earth's tilt was connected with his quest for the grand equation, or even whether it was connected at all. He spent hours in the library, poring over geography books, maps, books on polar expeditions and the like. Late into the night, candles burned in his room. He was seen tottering across the quad late one evening in a most extraordinary pair of boots that caused him to walk at a peculiar angle, and he used a stick for support. Then, on the morning of December the 23rd, he asked to see me in his room. When I got there, he was feeding the birds on his window ledge.
Winter is tough for these little ones, is it not?
It is. Sir, I see you're packing away all your belongings. Are you leaving?
Not immediately, but soon enough. Dr. Sawyer calculates my chances of seeing out the spring term are 5 to 1 and 50 to 1 against my surviving till next Christmas.
The doctor knows little of probability theory, then.
But a lot about heart conditions and blood pressure. Nonetheless, I intend proving him wrong.
I'm sure you will, sir.
I've kept you in the dark for a while now, which must seem unreasonable to you. Well, I'm afraid I must keep you in the dark a little while longer, but when the time is right, I will reveal all to you. However, the reason I've asked you here is for your assistance in another matter.
I am at your service.
Thank you. As I expect you're aware, most of the poorer households in town are without ovens, and if they do somehow acquire a goose for Christmas dinner, the baker cooks it for them in his. Tomorrow we must collect the geese I have left the bakers for cooking and deliver them to some families in the town. It will take several hours.
This is a kind and a benevolent thing you are doing, Professor, and I would be only too pleased to be of assistance.
Thank you, but please, not a word to anyone.
Not one word. How many geese must we deliver?
This year, 28.
Ah, yes, the square at the foot of the ladder.
Indeed, and also the sum of 23 and 5.
Through the bitter cold of January and February, the professor spent hours and hours outdoors, dressed in various types of clothing. It was rumoured that among the many curious visitors that came to see him were a couple of Eskimos who brought clothing made of seal skin. The days grew longer and warmer, thanks to that tilt, and the professor's disposition grew warmer and more optimistic. He was missing for most of April, and at the beginning of May the last of his belongings were collected and taken away. Early on the morning of the 23rd of May, 1891, I spoke with Professor Orrit for the very last time.
Come in, come in. Ah, Nicholas Babbage, is that not a beautiful morning?
It certainly is, sir.
A propitious morning to embark on a great adventure, wouldn't you agree?
What great adventure would that be, sir?
Ah, I shall explain. Sit down, sit down. There are still a couple of chairs left. Would you care to join me in a glass of port?
Oh, I don't mind if I do, sir.
Excellent. A little early in the day, perhaps, but exceptional circumstances, eh? Your good health.
Cheers.
I apologize for asking you here at this ungodly hour, but I had resolved to set off first thing this morning, the morning of this auspicious day, the first anniversary of the Revelation, the Epiphany. I wanted to leave quietly while people were asleep, but I wanted to see you before I left.
So it's true you are leaving us, then?
I am off to spend some time living among the Lapps inside the Arctic Circle. I'll work my way gradually towards the North Pole as I acclimatise myself to the weather conditions.
I don't understand. Why?
Because I'm dying. But I believe I might just have been shown a way to cheat death and prolong my life long enough to continue with my quest for the grand equation. I have explained all in this letter and these diaries, which I leave to you along with the globe. I hear my carriage has arrived. I must be off. Would you mind taking that case for me? Thank you. Nicholas Babbage, you'll make a fine mathematician one day. Oh, which reminds me, all your course and tuition fees are paid for till you graduate. Goodbye. And one more thing. Please see that the birds are fed, won't you?
I will. And thank you for all your kindness.
Goodbye, Nicholas.
Goodbye, Professor. I watched the carriage for a long time, till it was just a speck on the landscape. Then it disappeared. I stood gazing at the horizon till the quad became alive with students and lecturers scurrying to and fro. The hustle and bustle sent me to the sanctuary of my room, where I opened and read Orritt's letter to me.
Dear Nicholas Babbage, I entrust to you these diaries in the hope that they may prove to be enlightening. Of course, they may prove to be the mere musings of a mad mathematician. Please wait a few days after I've gone before reading them, and at least a month before revealing their content to others, should you care to do so. When I realized the magic figure 23 degrees 5 minutes was responsible for the circle of life and death on Earth, I knew it was not a key to the grand equation, but a key as to how I could continue with my search for it. I determined that by living at a compensatory angle as near to the pole as possible, I would significantly extend my lifespan. I had a house built at an angle of 23 degrees 5 minutes to the vertical, and boots made which ensured I would maintain the same angle while outside. The Earth revolves more slowly at the pole than at the equator, and a day lasts 3 months, as does a night. Thus, I would have not only more time, but the blissful solitude in which to carry on my research. The mathematics to support these contentions you can find in the diaries of late 90 and early 91. If you are a diligent student and apply yourself to your studies, you'll make a fine mathematician one day. I wish you well. Albert G. Orritt, H.M.
Although I greatly missed old Orritt, I was a diligent student, and I did apply myself to my studies. And 5 years later, in 1896, I returned to college, this time as a lecturer.
I've got 2 tickets for the Oscar Wilde play for tomorrow night. Would you care to join me?
The importance of being earnest? Oh, I'd love to. I'm a bit of a Wilde fan, I must declare.
Ah, Mr. Babbage. You're the new Maths lecturer, I believe.
I am, yes.
You're very welcome.
You're very kind. Thank you.
Were you not an assistant of Professor Orritt's for a time?
Yes, for a short time.
He was one contrary man, was Professor Orritt.
Have you heard anything from the old blighter?
Not a thing.
Did he really go to live at the North Pole?
Yes, I believe he did.
Surely there's no way he could survive the conditions there.
Well, he wouldn't have had a problem with insulation. He had a hide as tough as a rhinoceros.
I wonder, did he ever find that equation he was after?
The grand equation, wasn't it?
Yes, that was it.
Yes.
There were reports of strange sightings by explorers on polar expeditions.
Yes.
And I did hear a rumour that must have originated with one of them. Apparently, Orritt did discover some powerful formula or equation or whatever, but the implications of it were so awesome and the damage it could do the world so devastating that he decided mankind would best be kept in ignorance of it and that he should keep the secret to himself.
I heard he was eaten by a polar bear. Or was it the other way round?
Some days you eat the bear, but some days the bear eats you.
Very good.
Years went by. Eventually, I became Professor of Mathematics and took over Orritt's old rooms. The professor's fate became a matter of diminishing concern among his colleagues. Gradually, their interest died away. And eventually, so did they. The next generation of mathematical scholars rarely made mention of him, but among those whose mission it was to brave the ice fields of the Arctic, he acquired the status of legend. Then, in January of 1931, I read this notice in a scientific journal. Umberto Mobile is planning another visit to the North Pole by airship. Mr. Mobile designed and piloted the airship Norge, from which Amundsen made the first undisputed sighting of the pole on May the 12th, 1926. Mobile repeated the flight 2 years later in the airship Italia. He is now planning a flight for this coming May in a larger ship, and would welcome inquiries from scientists who might wish to join him. It took a little persuasion, but I managed to convince Mr. Mobile that he needed a mathematician in his party of scientists.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. We will shortly arrive at what we now know to be the exact location of the North Pole. Conditions are favorable, and we can set the airship down for 30 minutes, but no more than that. You may disembark and walk about a little, as long as you stay in sight of the airship. Now, you must wear the protective clothing provided, and the protective eyeglasses at all times, as the glare from the snow and the ice will cause snow blindness. Thank you.
As the airship came into land, I was sure I saw something following us. What with the glasses and the swirling snow, it was difficult to make out anything clearly. We landed, and all disembarked, eager for the extraordinary experience of setting foot on the North Pole. Again, I thought I saw something moving through the snow, and in following it became separated from the others. Suddenly, the snow cleared, and there stood a rotund man in black boots and a red suit trimmed with white fur. He had a flowing white beard, rosy cheeks, and a most cheerful expression. I couldn't make out the features too clearly, so I took off the protective eyeglasses, and standing before me was Professor Orrit. He was a little plumper than I remembered him, but he hadn't aged at all. In fact, he looked a little younger than he did the last time I saw him. He saw my surprise and began to laugh heartily. Just then I heard the others calling me, and I called back to reassure them. 2 of them came into view, and Orrit turned and disappeared in the swirling snow, his ho, ho, ho ringing in my ears. When I recounted what I had seen, the other members of the expedition were convinced that because I had removed my protective eyeglasses, I was suffering from snow blindness and hallucinating. Though I don't believe it, this may have explained what I imagined I saw, but did my ears deceive me as well? Did I also just imagine I heard that ho, ho, ho echoing across the frozen waste? I thought better of arguing with them and let it go. Come in. Ah, Wilkes. Come to lend me a hand, I hope.
Yes, sir. You asked me to come to your study at 2 o'clock to help you with some ritual, I think you called it.
And it is now 2 o'clock exactly. Professor Orrit would have been pleased.
I don't know a professor of that name, sir.
No, I don't suppose you would. He was my predecessor, and this was his study more than 40 years ago. It was he who began this custom, this ritual, way back then, and I am simply carrying on the tradition in his honour.
And what is it, sir?
There are 28 geese we must collect from the bakers and distribute among the more needy households in town. I would appreciate your assistance in this, and afterwards you might care to join me in partaking of some refreshment.
I would be delighted to help.
Excellent. You'd better take a hat and scarf from the hall stand. It's snowing pretty heavily out there. Right then, off we go.
we present Siobhan McKenna and Cyril Cusick in A Village Wooing, a commedia for two voices by Bernard Shaw, produced by Seamus Branagh. A Village Wooing.
The lounge deck of the Empress of Patagonia, a pleasure ship. Two of the deck chairs are occupied by A, a literary-looking, pale gentleman under 40, in green spectacles, a limp black beard, and a tropical suit of white silk, who is writing and does not wish to be disturbed. And Z, a young woman, presentable but not aristocratic, who is bored with her book. She is undressed for bathing, but is very modestly covered up with a not too flamboyant wrap.
Excuse me, could you tell me the time?
11.
My watch makes it 10:30.
Clocks were put on a half an hour last night. We're going east.
I always think it adds to the interest of a voyage having to put on your watch.
I'm glad you're so easily interested.
The steward will be round with the soup in half an hour. I thought we should have to wait an hour.
I never take it. It interrupts my work.
Why do you work all the time? It's not what one comes on a pleasure cruise for, is it?
Work is my only pleasure.
Oh, that's not good sense, is it? It gives me the pip to see you always sitting there over your writing and never enjoying yourself, nor even taking a drop of soup. You should get up and have a game of deck quoits. You will feel ever so much better after it.
I feel perfectly well, thank you. And I loathe deck games, especially deck quoits. The slapping of those silly things on the deck destroys the quiet of the ship.
Oh, I see. That is why you select this end of the deck. I often wondered why.
Within the last fortnight, you've inspected the priceless antiquities of Naples, Athens, Egypt, and the Holy Land. Please, occupy your mind with them until the soup comes.
I never cared much for geography. Where are we now?
We are on the Red Sea.
But it's blue.
What did you expect it to be?
Well, I didn't know what colour the sea might be in these parts. I always thought the Red Sea would be red.
Well, it isn't.
And isn't the Black Sea black?
It's precisely the colour of the sea at Margate.
Oh, I'm so glad you know Margate. There's no place like it in the season, is there?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, you ought to go. You could write a book about it. I wonder why they call it the Red Sea.
Because their fathers did. Why do you call America America?
Well, because it is America. What else would you call it?
Oh, call it what you like, dear lady. But I have 500 words to write before lunch. And I cannot do that if I talk to you.
Yes, it is awful to have to talk to people, isn't it? Oh, that reminds me. I've something really interesting to tell you. I believe the man in the cabin next mine beats his wife.
I feel a little like him myself. Some women would provoke any men to beat them.
I will say this for him, that she always begins it.
No doubt.
I hate to nag her, don't you?
It's your privilege as a woman to have the last word. Please take it, and don't end all your remarks with a question.
You are funny.
Am I? I never felt less funny in my life.
I can't make you out at all. I'm rather good at making out people as a rule, but I can't make head or tail of you.
Well, I'm not here to be made out, and you're not here to make people out, but to revel in the enjoyments you've paid for. Deck tennis, deck quoits, shuffleboard, golf, squash rackets, the swimming pool, the gymnasium, they all invite you.
I'm no good at games. Besides, they're silly. I'd rather sit and talk.
Well, then, for heaven's sake, talk to somebody else. I've no time for talk. I have to work my passage.
What do you mean, work your passage? You're not a sailor.
No. I make a precarious living on board ship by writing the Marco Polo series of chatty guidebooks. Unless I complete 2,000 words a day, I'm bankrupt. I cannot complete them if you persist in talking to me.
Do you mean you're writing a book about this cruise?
Yes, I'm trying to, under great difficulty.
Will I be in it?
You will.
How thrilling. I've never been put in a book before. You will read me what you've written about me, won't you?
When the book is published, you can read it to your heart's content.
But I should like you to get me right. After all, what do you know about me? I will tell you the whole of my life if you like.
Great heavens, no, no, please don't.
Oh, I don't care who knows it.
Evidently. You'd hardly offer to tell it to a perfect stranger if you cared, or if it was of the smallest interest.
Oh, I'd never think of you as a stranger. Here we are on the same ship, aren't we? And most people will think my life quite a romance. Wouldn't you really like to hear it?
No, I tell you. When I want romances, I invent them for myself.
Oh, well, Perhaps you wouldn't think it very wonderful, but it was a regular treat for me. You may think because I'm well-dressed and travelling deluxe and all that I'm an educated lady, but I'm not.
I never supposed for a moment that you were.
But how could you know? How did you find out?
Oh, I didn't find out. I knew.
Who told you?
Nobody told me.
Then how did you know?
How do I know that a parrot isn't a bird of paradise?
They're different.
Precisely.
There you are, you see. But what would you take me for if you met me in a third-class carriage?
I shouldn't notice you.
I bet you would. I mayn't be a beauty, but when I get into a railway carriage, every man in it has a look at me.
Well, I'm not every man. Every man thinks that every woman that steps into a railway carriage may be the right woman, but she's always a disappointment.
Same with the women, isn't it? If you were a woman, you'd know.
I am a woman, and you're a man, with a slight difference that doesn't matter except on special occasions.
Oh, what a thing to say. I never could bring myself to believe that. I know, of course, the men have their weaknesses and their tempers, but all the same, there's something wonderful you can get from a man that you never could get from a woman. Don't you think so?
Inexperienced men think there's something wonderful you can get from a woman that you could never get from a man, hence many unhappy marriages.
Are you married?
Widower. Are you?
Oh, that's the first time you've asked me a question. We're getting on, aren't we?
No, I'm not getting on with my work.
You're an intellectual, aren't you?
What do you think you mean by an intellectual?
Only that you consider me no better than an idiot, and that you're a bad husband, most likely.
You're quite right, on both points.
I thought so.
And now, please, may I go on with my work?
Please yourself, I'm not hindering you.
Thank you.
What books would you recommend me to read to improve my mind?
Stuart!
Oh, you shouldn't trouble the steward now. He's busy getting the soup.
I want him to remove my chair to the very furthest extremity of this ship.
I always say it's fresher under the awning at the end. You don't mind if I move too, do you?
If you persecute me any more, I shall go overboard. Don't you see that I want to be left alone to work, and that your chatter is preventing me from working?
It is annoying to have somebody talking to you all the time when you don't want to. But it's just as bad when you want to talk and the other person won't, isn't it?
There are 300 or 400 persons on this ship. Cannot you find one of them with the same insatiable thirst for conversation as yourself?
Well, but we all have to make ourselves agreeable, haven't we?
Not at one another's expense. You're not making yourself agreeable to me at present. You're driving me mad.
My father used to say that men and women are always driving one another mad.
Oh, that sounds literary. Was your father a man of letters?
Yes, I should think he was. A postman.
A what?
A postman, a village postman.
Oh.
What is there funny in that?
I don't know. The postman's daughter hath ripe red lips, butter and eggs and a pound of cheese.
Well, I'm glad I've amused you, but I don't think it's very polite of you to laugh at my father.
Yes, you're right. I was rude. But a good laugh is worth £100 to me. I feel a different man. Forgive me. You see, you quoted a remark of your father's, almost an epigram, which suggested that he must have been a man of genius.
Well, so he was. He had a genius for walking.
For what?
For walking. When he was a child, he won a prize as the infant pedestrian. And would you believe it? My mother was that indoory that she grudged having to go out and do her marketing. After we had a telephone put in, she never went out at all.
Oh, that's strange. As she was never out and he was never in, the household should have been a quiet one. But that remark of his about men and women driving one another mad rather suggests the opposite.
So it was the opposite. She was always complaining of being lonely, and he was always at her to take more exercise. When they were not quarrelling about that, they were quarrelling about me. You see, they had great ambitions for me. She wanted me to be a parlour-maid in a great house. He wanted me to be a telephone operator. He said there is no future for the great houses and a great future for telephones.
And you? Had you no ambition for yourself?
Oh, I wanted to be something romantic, like an acrobat in a circus.
Oh. And what actually happened?
I became shop assistant and telephone operator in the village shop.
What do village shop assistants and telephone girls
Operators.
Oh, pardon. Operators. Do they earn enough to take cruises round the world in pleasure ships?
Not they. I won the first prize in a newspaper competition. My mother wanted me to save it. She said it would help me to get a thrifty husband. My father told me to blow it all in a lump while I had the chance. You will be poor all your life, he said, but now you have the chance of living at the rate of 5,000 a year for 4 months. Don't miss it, he said. See what it's like. Have your fling, he said, for they never can take that away from you once you've had it. His idea was a walking tour. spending the nights in the best hotels. But I chose the ship because it's more dressy and more people to look at. Besides, I can get all the walking I want round the deck. At the end of the cruise back, I go to the village shop without a penny.
Have they found out here that you're not a lady?
The Americans don't know the difference. They think my telephone talk is aristocratic. And the English won't speak to anyone anyhow. And lots of them are just like me.
Well, how do you like living at the rate of 5,000 a year? Is it worth it?
It is while the novelty lasts. You see, when you're at home, you get tired of doing the same thing every day. The same places, the same faces, the same old round. When you get a holiday, you go off in a crowded, hot excursion train to the seaside and make yourself tired and miserable just because it's a change. And you do anything for a change. But here, it's change all the time. Until you begin to realize what it is to have a settled home and belong somewhere. I shan't be sorry to go home to the shop and the telephone. I get such a dreadful lost dog feeling sometimes. Other times it seems such a foolish waste of money, and I hate wasting money.
That's an extremely attractive point in your character. My wife used to waste my money. Stick to that and you'll get married in no time.
Oh, I've had plenty of offers. But you know, it's a terrible thing to be a poor man's wife when you've been accustomed to a clean, decent job. I've seen so many bright, jolly girls turn into dirty old drudges through getting married.
Now, don't be afraid of dirt. Mine's a clean job, but I often wish I had a dirty one to exercise me and keep me in health. Women are so set on clean collars they make their sons clerks, when they would be stronger and earn more money as navvies. I wish I was a navvy, instead of writing guidebooks.
Well, what's to prevent you?
Well, I'm not trained to manual work. Half an hour of it make me wish myself dead. And 5 minutes of my work would produce a strike among the navvies. I'm only a writing machine, just as a navvy is a digging machine.
I don't think the world is rightly arranged. Do you?
Oh, we must take the world as we find it. It's we that are not rightly arranged.
That's what I mean. Well, I suppose I mustn't interrupt your work.
Yes, you mean that the steward is coming round with the soup at last?
Well, it's 11:30, isn't it?
No, thank you. No soup.
Thanks very much.
In a village shop and post office on the Wiltshire Downs on a fine summer morning. The counter is for general shopping from most of its length, but one end is reserved and railed in for postal business. A couple of chairs are available for customers. The goods for sale include ginger beer in stone bottles, tablets of milk chocolate, glass jars of sweets containing inter alia sugared almonds, all on the counter. Cheese, butter, and Hovis bread handy to the scales, and in front of the counter, a sack of apples on the floor and some string bags hanging from the rafters.
39. Sorry, no such number. Whom do you want? Dr. Miles? 15. You are through.
A comes in. He is in hiking costume with stick and rucksack, but wears well-cut breeches instead of shorts. Seeing nobody to attend to him, he raps loudly on the counter with his stick. Z emerges.
I want a packet of milk chocolate.
Thanks very much.
A couple of hard apples.
Thanks very much.
A quarter-pound of cheddar cheese.
Thanks very much.
Listen, don't interrupt me. You can express your gratitude for the order when I've finished. Quarter-pound of your best butter, small loaf of Hovis, and 2 pennyworth of sugared almonds.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Thanks very much.
You sell baskets?
We sell everything. Hadn't you better have a string bag? It's handier, and it packs away almost to nothing when it's empty.
What's a string bag? Would you show me one?
This is the cheapest. Or would you like a better quality with a zip fastening?
Certainly not. I should have the trouble of opening and shutting it, and the worry of wondering whether it would open or shut, with no compensatory advantage whatever.
That's just like you. You're not a bit changed.
What do you mean? I've been in this shop for less than 2 minutes. Why should I have changed in that time?
Excuse me, I shouldn't have mentioned it. Will you take a string bag?
Yes.
Thanks very much. Shall I put the rest of the order into it?
Of course. What else do you suppose I'm buying it for? Have you any buttermilk?
Sorry, we don't stock it.
Any ginger beer?
Yes, we have a very good local brew.
Oh, shove a bottle into the string bag.
Thanks very much.
How many times a day do you say thanks very much?
Depends on the number of orders.
Well, don't say it to me again if you don't mind. It gets on my nerves.
It used to get on mine at first, but I'm used to it.
Have you a guidebook to this village?
Sorry, there's a leaflet in the church written by the vicar. You're expected to put twopence in the box for it. Excuse me, but the chocolates are twopence, sixpence and a shilling. Which sides would you run to?
It's a poor heart that never rejoices. I'll have a shilling one.
Thanks very much.
Don't.
Excuse me, I can't help it. I say it without thinking, same as if you touched a button.
Someone has touched the button.
What number, please? Whitehall, 1212. I will ring you. Whitehall, 1212. Yes. That's a police call.
Well, you needn't point the information at me. I'm not the criminal.
Oh, it isn't a criminal. Somebody that's been broadcasted on the wireless is lost. You know the sort of thing. Missing from his home since January the 1st. Last seen in a deck chair on the Empress of Patagonia talking to a female. Suffering from loss of memory.
Oh, that's extraordinary.
Excuse me. You are through to Whitehall.
Well, you've hit on an extraordinary coincidence. I wonder whether you'll believe me when I tell you that in January last, I was sitting on the deck of a ship named the Empress of Patagonia, and that I was talking to a female, or rather she was talking to me. Oh, how that woman did talk.
And are you suffering from loss of memory?
Certainly not. I never forget anything.
Oh, then it can't be you, can it?
There. Can it? That woman always finished up with can it, won't it, isn't it? So that you had to answer out of common politeness. Take care never to pick up that trick, or you'll be murdered someday.
Some people are like that. It often goes with orange-coloured eyes. Did you notice the colour of her eyes?
No, I never notice things like that. I'm not a detective. It's people's characters that impress me. I can't tell you the colour of her hair or the shape of her nose, but I can tell you that she was a most fearful nuisance. How much does all that come to?
The string bag, 6 chocolates a shilling, 1 and 6. The ginger beer
Yes,
is...
you can spare me the details. Will 10 shillings cover it?
Oh, yes, of course. You shouldn't be so careless about money.
Well, cease preaching. Take it. On, take it and give me the change.
Let me see, 18 pence and 4 for the ginger beer is 1 and 10, isn't it?
Have I denied it?
Cheese, 3, 2 and a penny. Butter, 6, 2 and 7. Apples we sell by the pound. Hadn't you better have a pound?
Well, how many to the pound?
3.
Well, I can't eat more than 2 apples at a time. Charge me for a pound and eat the odd one yourself.
Oh, well, say 3 for 2. That's 2 and 10, isn't it?
I don't know.
Hovis, 2 halfpenny. 3 shillings and a halfpenny. Do you happen to have a halfpenny to save having to take 5 halfpenny and copper?
I hate halfpennies. I always throw them away. No, stop. I have one. Here.
Thanks very much. 3, 4, 5, 7 and 6, 10. Thanks very much.
Don't you find it rather dull in this village shop saying thanks very much all day?
Well, no matter where you are, you're doing the same thing all day and every day, aren't you? The only way to get it off your mind is to live in the same place and stick at the same job. Then you never have to think about it. That's the way the people live here, and they live for ever so long. 80's no age here. Grandfather will be 102 in August. That's because he's never had to worry about what he'll do or where he'll go. He just imagines and imagines. It's the only way to be happy and long-lived.
Yes, but if your imagination has only one shop in it, it must be pretty bare. Now, how'd you like to live in a room with only one chair in it?
Well, if you've only one seat, what more do you want than one chair? Up at the castle there's 36 chairs of one sort or another in the big drawing room. But Lady Flopping can't flop on more than one, can she?
May I suggest that you flop in that one while we talk?
Thanks very much.
I'm not interrupting your work, I hope. There's nothing so maddening as to be talked to when you want to work.
Talking is part of the work in a village shop.
Tell me, do you ever read?
I used to read travels and guidebooks. We used to stock the Marco Polo series. I was mad about travelling. I had daydreams about the glory that was Greece, the grandeur that was Rome, and all that flapdoodle.
Flapdoodle?
Well, I suppose I shouldn't call it that. But it ended in my going to Rome and Athens. They were all right. But the old parts were half knocked down. And I couldn't see any glory or grandeur different to Cheltenham. I was glad to be home again. And I'd so wanted to meet the Marco Polo man and to walk about with him in the ruins by moonlight and hear him go on about them.
The Marco Polo man, the milkman, the postman, the muffin man, the Marco Polo man. Some frustrated poet earning his crust by quoting scraps of verse to bring the call of the East to dreaming telephone girls.
Operators.
Operators don't dream. Girls of the Golden West. Did that poor devil never bring you the call of the East?
I'd read about it in novels and seen it on the films. They were all about moony drunkards and sheiks and the sort of girls that go dotty about them. I went right round the world to see the reality. Pretty places, of course, but the heat and the mosquitoes and the smells. Travelling just destroyed the world for me as I imagined it. Give me this village all the time.
Had you no thrill when you stood somewhere where a poet had said, "Stop, for thy tread is on an empire's dust"?
A guide, you mean? They'd take the poetry out of anything, and all the time you're thinking what you ought to give them. If you fancy empire's dust and all that sort of thing, you should meet our vicar and start him talking about our standing stones and the barrows and the downs and the mound. Every grain of our dust, he says, is full of history. Same everywhere, I expect.
Are you married?
No, why? Have you any intentions?
Don't be in a hurry. We've known each other less than 10 minutes.
How much better do you think you will know me when we have talked for 20 years?
That is profoundly true. Still, I must think it over.
Nobody would ever marry if they thought it over. You've got to take your chance no matter how long you think.
You're in a hurry.
Well, I'm past the age at which girls marry here, though I'm the pick of this village. That's because I thought all my offers over. So I've made up my mind to take the next man that asks me, provided he's reasonably suitable.
Do I strike you as being reasonably suitable?
Well, I think I have the sort of common sense you need to keep you straight. And you, being a widower, know what to expect from a woman. An inexperienced man expects the earth.
How do you know I'm a widower?
You told me.
Did I? When did I tell you?
Never mind, you did. I've noticed you have a bad memory, but I have a very good one, so it won't matter.
Steady. I've not yet made myself liable to an action for breach of promise.
Don't be afraid, I'm not that sort. We don't consider it respectable here.
Should I get any money with you? Do you own the shop?
No. All the money I ever had I blew on a trip round the world. But Mrs. Ward is getting too old for the business. She couldn't run it now without me. If you could afford to buy her an annuity, she'd sell it.
I don't know how much annuities cost.
You will find it in Whittaker's Almanac.
This is rather upsetting. Somehow I've always taken it for granted that when I married again, I'd marry a woman with money.
Oh, that wouldn't suit you at all. She wants to spend it going into society and travelling about.
Oh.
How could you bear that sort of life? You, that never spoke to anyone on the ship and wouldn't take any part in their games and dances. When it got about that you were the Marco Polo man, the man of all our dreams, as you might say, I made a bet that I'd get you to talk to me, and I'd all the trouble in the world to win it.
Do you mean to say that we've met before? That you were on that trip round the world?
Of course I do. But you never notice anything. You're always reading or writing. The world doesn't exist for you. You never looked at me, really. You're shy with strangers, aren't you?
I'm absolutely certain I never spoke to any woman on that ship. If I talk to women, they always want to marry me.
Well, there you are, you see. The moment I set eyes on you, I said to myself, now that's the sort of man that would suit me as a husband. I'd have said it even if you hadn't been the Marco Polo man.
Love at first sight, eh?
Oh, no. You know, if I fell in love with a man, I'd never marry him. He could make me so miserable. But there was something about you. I don't exactly know what, but it made me feel that I could do with you in the house. And then I could fall in love with anyone I liked without any fear of making a fool of myself. I suppose it was because you're one of the quiet sort and don't run after women.
Well, how do you know I don't run after women?
Well, if you want to know, it's because you didn't run after me. You mightn't believe it, but men do run after me.
Oh, why?
Oh, how do I know? They don't know themselves. But the lot of money they spend on things they don't want, merely to come in and have a look at me and a word with me, you wouldn't believe. It's worth at least £20 a year to the business.
Yes, I shouldn't call you a pretty woman.
Oh, I'm not pretty. Or what you might call desirable, don't you think?
No, I don't think. May I explain? I'm a man of letters and a gentleman. I'm accustomed to associate with ladies. That means that I'm accustomed to speak under certain well-understood reserves which act as a necessary protection to both parties. You're not a lady, you're a villager. But somebody has educated you, probably the church or the local authority, to a point at which you can impose on unobservant and unwary travellers. You've had finishing lessons on the telephone which give you a distinguished articulation. You can say 359 instead of 359, but you've not acquired any of the reserves. You say what you think. You announce all the plans that well-bred women conceal. You play with your cards on the table instead of keeping them where a lady should keep them, up her sleeve.
Well, where's the harm?
Oh, there's no harm. It's quite the contrary. But I feel rushed.
What do you mean, rushed?
Rushed. Precipitated. Carried to lengths I had no intention of going to.
Well, it gets you somewhere, doesn't it?
Ah, yes, but where?
Here. There's no mystery about it. Here, in a good business, in a village shop, in a quiet place, with me to keep it straight and look after you.
May I ask how much that expression, looking after me, includes? Now, let me be clear on the point. As a matter of fact, I possess a small property which I could sell for enough to purchase an annuity for old Mrs. Williams.
Ward.
I believe I have enough to purchase annuities for both Mrs. Ward and Mrs. Williams, as they are, presumably, both centenarians. But why on earth should I complicate the transaction by marrying you? See, I could pay you your present wages.
A salary?
Ah, I beg your pardon, salary. You will retain your present position as my shop girl.
A shop assistant?
I beg your pardon, shop assistant. You can then make your own matrimonial arrangements and leave me to make mine.
Oh, I'll make my own matrimonial arrangements all right enough. You may depend on that.
Excuse me. I added, and leave me to make mine. Can I depend on you for that also?
Well, we'll see.
No, you will not see.
Well, what?
I don't know what. I'll not commit myself. We will see.
Just so. We'll see. It's a bargain, then.
No, it most certainly is not a bargain. When I entered this shop half an hour ago, I hadn't the faintest notion of buying a village shop or marrying a village maiden or any of these things you put into my head. Have you ever read The Fable of the Spider and the Fly?
No, but I used to sing a song called The Honeysuckle and the Bee.
Good morning.
You're forgetting your things.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
No.
A is now the proprietor of the shop, with Z as his hired assistant. The counter has been fitted with a desk at the opposite end of the post office section. At this, A sits writing. He wears pepper and salt trousers of country cut with an apron. He is in his shirt sleeves and looks every inch a shopkeeper. Z comes in through the post office, very fresh and matutinal.
Morning, boss.
Good morning, slave.
I haven't begun slaving yet. You've been at it for half an hour. Whatever on earth are you working at so hard?
I'm making out my balance sheet.
Oh, you needn't do that. The accountant's clerk from Salisbury does all that when he makes out the income tax return. You're not expected to do figures in this village. Fancy old Mrs. Ward doing such a thing.
When I bought this shop from Mrs. Ward for an annuity, I found she was much cleverer at figures than I was. She should have been a moneylender.
She was. She lent a shilling for a penny a week.
That must have been between 400% and 500% per annum. Shylock would have blushed.
What's the good of it when you have to give credit at the shop and then lend the customers the money to pay you?
Mrs. Ward should have gone to Geneva. International finance would have come naturally to her.
That's too clever for me. Anyhow, you needn't worry over a balance sheet. The accountant will do all that for you.
This is not an accountant's balance sheet. It's a Robinson Crusoe balance sheet.
Whatever's that?
Well, Crusoe drew up a balance sheet of the advantages and disadvantages of being cast away on a desert island. I'm cast away in a village on the Wiltshire Downs. I'm drawing up a similar balance sheet. I propose to read it to you as far as I've got. You can remind me of anything I've forgotten.
Let's have it.
Well, I begin with the credit entries.
Things to your own credit, you mean?
No, to the credit of village shopkeeping as a way of life.
Oh, you are silly, boss.
That's a disrespectful remark. As such, it should not be made to a boss by his slave. The understanding on which I raised your salary when I engaged you as my assistant was that our relation should be completely conventional and businesslike on your side. However, I might occasionally forget myself.
Very well. You can keep your balance sheet to yourself. I will go on with the telephone.
You will do nothing of the sort. You'll do what I tell you to do. That's what I pay you for. Sit down. Now, listen. Item. I have sharpened my faculties and greatly improved in observation and mathematics.
Couldn't you put it into shorter words? What does it mean?
It means that formerly I always took what money was given me without condescending to count it or attempting to calculate it. I can now both calculate and count quite rapidly. Formerly I made no distinctions between grades of butter and eggs. To me an egg was an egg, butter was butter. I now make critical distinctions of the greatest subtlety and value them in terms of money. I'm forced to admit that the shopkeeper is enormously superior to the Marco Polo man, and that I've learned more in 3 months in this shop than I've learned in 3 years in Oxford.
I can't believe that about the learning. But see how your manners have improved.
My manners?
Yes. Why, on that ship you hadn't a word to throw to a dog. And if anyone came near you, you shrank up into yourself like a hedgehog, afraid that they didn't belong to your class and wanted to speak to you without an introduction. Now it's a pleasure to hear you say, "Good morning, and what can I do for you today, Mrs. Burrell? And have you noticed the cauliflowers today, ma'am? Not a touch of frost on them. And sparrow grass very good today, my lady, if you will be wanting some."
I positively deny that I have ever in my life called asparagus sparrowgrass to an educated customer. Of course, when people are too ignorant to know the names of what they eat, that's another matter.
Well, anyhow, your manners have improved, haven't they?
I don't know. I know that they're no longer disinterested and sincere.
No more than ever used to be, never easy with anybody. Now you're hail fair well met, as you might say, with everybody.
The world has become a world of customers. Let me write that down. Manners will never be universally good. Universally good until every person is every other person's customer.
You're not a real shopkeeper yet, boss. All you want is to find something clever to write.
Well, why not? Find enough clever things to say and you're a Prime Minister. Write them down and you're a Shakespeare.
Yes, but who wants to be a Prime Minister or a Shakespeare? You've got to make a living.
Well, am I not making a living? I'm no poorer than when I bought the shop.
But if the money goes as fast as it comes, you can't save anything.
Oh, I loathe saving. It turns human nature sour. Cast your bread upon the waters and it will return to you after many days.
And how are you to live for the many days with nothing to eat?
I don't know. One does, somehow. Stop asking questions. Let's get on with the balance sheet.
I speak for your good.
The most offensive liberty one human being can possibly take with another. What business is it of yours?
If you won't think for yourself, somebody else must think for you. It's my business as much as yours.
Oh, indeed. And who does this shop belong to? I mean, to whom does this shop belong?
I get my living out of it, don't I? If it shuts up, what becomes of me?
Well, if it comes to that, what becomes of me? You can get another job. I very greatly doubt whether anyone would give me one. Can you not be content with the fact that the shop is making enough to support 2 people?
Aye, but suppose it had to support 3 people.
Well, I suppose it hasn't. It hasn't, that's all.
It's not all. If you marry a stranger, there will be 3. And what about the children?
Well, the remedy is simple. I shall not marry.
You don't know?
Neither do you.
Yes, I do. You've married once and you will marry twice. Somebody will snap you up. You're that sort of man.
If a woman snaps me up, she must take the consequences. She must assist in the shop, and you'll get the sack.
Oh, you are tiresome. But you see my point at all events.
No. What point?
Well, that it's really cheaper to keep a wife than to pay an assistant. Let alone that you don't have to live a single life.
Ah, but you can get rid of an assistant if she doesn't suit. You can't get rid of a wife.
If people thought that way, they'd never get married.
Precisely.
In this life, you have to take chances.
I have taken them and escaped.
You won't escape here. We don't hold with bachelors here.
You can't do without a general shop here, nor a post office. And while I command both, I'm in an impregnable strategic position.
Well, I don't like to say it, but people are beginning to talk.
Beginning? Ha! When do they ever stop?
Oh, there's no use talking to you.
No, not the slightest.
Oh, well, then, take a month's notice.
A month's notice?
Yes, a month's notice.
A month's notice because I refuse to marry some ridiculous village maiden or illiterate widow with whom I couldn't hold a moment's conversation.
Wives are not for conversation, that's for visitors. You've had plenty of conversation with me.
Well, leave yourself out of this conversation, please.
Oh, very well, a month's notice.
Don't say that again, it's utter nonsense. What have you to complain of? You're quite well off here. I purposely pay you £10 a year more than you could get anywhere else.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why do you pay me £10 more than you can get another assistant for?
Heaven only knows.
I'll go this very day. I'll go this very minute. You can keep my month. You don't know when you're well off. You're selfish. I don't wonder your wife died. Did she die mad?
Well, as a matter of fact, she did. I'm one of those unlucky men who who draw the blank chances in the lottery of marriage.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't indeed. I was only joking. I wouldn't have said it for the world if I'd known.
Oh, never mind. I know you didn't mean it. By the way, I made an inconsiderate remark which hurt you. I did not intend that. I should have told you seriously that I pay you £10 more than the market rate because I value your services in the shop and wish to offer you every inducement to stay here, permanently.
£10 extra to stay all my life here as a single woman.
Not necessarily. You can get married if you wish.
Who to?
To whom? Anyone.
Anyone in the village is good enough for me, but nobody in the village is good enough for you, is that it?
No. Don't lose your temper again.
I will if I like. And if you knew how near I was to putting a couple of extra words in, you'd perhaps realise that a woman wants something more in life than a job and a salary.
Oh, I know that perfectly well. There's one thing we're all out for when we're young.
Now, what is that, pray?
Trouble, adventure, hardship, care, disappointment, doubt, misery, danger, and death.
Not to me, thank you. All I want is a husband. And the usual consequences.
Same thing. Marriage is the village form of all these adventures.
Oh, why don't you take a more cheerful view of life?
Well, I've learned not to expect too much from life. That's the secret of real happiness. Because I'm always getting agreeable surprises instead of desolating disappointments.
Well, your second marriage may be an agreeable surprise, mayn't it?
What exactly do you mean by my second marriage? I've only been married once. I mean, I've been married only once.
Well, look here. Straight now, is there any man in this village that would be suitable to me now that I've got used to you?
My dear, men are all alike.
You mean it will make no difference to me who I marry?
Very little, I'm afraid.
And women are all alike too, aren't they?
What are you getting at?
If it doesn't matter who anybody marries, then it doesn't matter who I marry, and it doesn't matter who you marry.
Whom? Not who.
Oh, speak English. You're not on the telephone now. What I mean is that if it doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter to you either.
You admit then that it doesn't matter?
No, I don't. It's a lie.
Oh.
Don't own me. All men are not alike to me. There are men, and good nice men too, that I wouldn't let touch me. When I saw you on that ship, I said to myself, I could put up with him.
Oh, not at all. You told me just now that you said something quite different. I believe you really said something much more rapturous. Being rather a futile sort of person, I attract vigorous women like you.
When you looked at me out of the corner of your eye, you looked at all the women out of the corner of your eye in spite of your keeping yourself so much to yourself. Did you never say, I could put up with her?
No, I said, damn that woman. She won't stop talking to me and interrupting my work.
Well, I tell you we were made for one another. It mayn't be as plain to you as to me yet, but if it's plain to me, there must be something in it, for I'm never wrong when I see a thing quite plain. I don't believe you'd ever have bought this shop and given up being a gentleman if I hadn't been here.
Well, now you mention it, I believe that's true. You were one of the amenities of the estate.
Well, I might be one of the amenities of the estate of holy matrimony, mightn't I?
Take care. Take care. You may find what you're trying to do easier than you think. About 5% of the human race consists of positive, masterful, acquisitive people like you, obsessed with some passion which they must gratify at all hazards. The rest, let them have their own way because they've neither the strength nor the courage to resist, or because the things the masterful ones want seem trifling beside the starry heavens and the destiny of man. I'm not one of the masterful ones. I'm not worth marrying. Any woman could marry me if she took the trouble enough.
That's just what I'm afraid of. If I let you out of my sight for a month, I might find you married to someone else at the end of it. Well, I'm taking no chances. I don't set up to be masterful. I don't like selfish, uppish, domineering people any more than you do. But I must and will have you, and that's all about it.
Yes, well, you already have me, as an employer. And you're independent of me, and you can leave me if you're not satisfied.
How can I be satisfied when I can't lay my hands on you? I work for you like a slave for a month on end, and I would have to work harder as your wife than I do now. But there come times when I want to get hold of you in my arms, every bit of you. And when I do, I'll give you something better to think about than the starry heavens, as you call them. You'll find that you've senses to gratify as well as fine things to say.
Senses? You don't know what you're talking about. Look around you. Here in this shop I have everything that can gratify the senses. Apples, onions and acid drops, pepper and mustard, cosy comforters and hot water bottles. Through the window I delight my eyes with the old church and marketplace built in the days when beauty came naturally from the hands of the medieval craftsmen. My ears are filled with delightful sounds, from the cooing of doves and the humming of bees to the wireless echoes of Beethoven and Elgar. My nose can gloat over our sack of fresh lavender or our special sixpenny eau de cologne when the smell of rain on dry earth is denied me. My senses are saturated with satisfactions of all sorts, but when I'm full to the neck with onions and acid drops, when I'm so fed up with medieval architecture that I'd rather die than look at another cathedral, when all that I desire is rest from sensation, not more of it, what use will my senses be to me if the starry heavens still seem no more than a senseless avalanche of lumps of stone and wisps of gas, if the destiny of man holds out no higher hope to him than the final extinction and annihilation of so mischievous and miserable a creature?
We don't bother about all that in the village.
Ah, yes, you do. Our bestseller here is Old Moore's Almanac, and next to it comes Napoleon's Book of Fate. Old Mrs. Ward would never have sold the shop to me if she'd not become persuaded that the Day of Judgment is fixed for the 7th of August next.
I don't believe such nonsense. What's it all got to do with you and me?
You're inexperienced. You don't know. You're the dupe of thoughtless words like sensuality, sensuousness, and all the rest of the twaddle of the materialists. I'm not a materialist. I'm a poet. And I know that to be in your arms will not gratify my senses at all. As a matter of mere physical sensation, you'll find the bodily contacts to which you're looking forward neither convenient nor decorous.
Oh, don't talk like that. You mustn't let yourself think about it like that.
You must always let yourself think about everything. And you must think about everything as it is, not as it's talked about. Your second-hand gabble about gratifying my senses is only your virgin innocence. We shall get away, quite away from the world of sense. We shall light up for one another a lamp in the Holy of Holies in the Temple of Life, and the lamp will make its veil transparent. Aimless lumps of stone blundering through space will become stars singing in their spheres. Our dull, purposeless village existence will become one irresistible purpose and nothing else. An extraordinary delight and an intense love will seize us. It will last hardly longer than the lightning flash which turns the black night into infinite radiance. It will be dark again before you can clear the light out of your eyes. But you will have seen. And forever after, you'll think about what you've seen and not gabble catchwords invented by the wasted virgins that walk in darkness. It's to give ourselves this magic moment that we feel that we must and shall hold one another in our arms. And when the moment comes, the world of the senses will vanish, and for us there will be nothing ridiculous, nothing uncomfortable, nothing unclean, nothing but pure paradise.
Well, I'm glad you take a nice view of it. For now I come to think of it, I never could bear to be nothing more to a man than a lollipop. But you mustn't expect too much.
I shall expect more than you have ever dreamt of giving, in spite of the boundless audacity of women. What great men would ever have been married if the female nobodies who snapped them up had known the enormity of their own presumption? I believe they all thought they were going to refine, to educate, to make real gentlemen out of their husbands. And what do you intend to make of me, I wonder?
Well, I've made a decent shopkeeper of you already, haven't I? But you needn't be afraid of my not appreciating you. I want a fancy sort of husband, not a common villager that any woman could pick up. I shall be proud of you. And now I've nailed you, I wonder at my own nerve.
So do I.
I'm not a bit like that, you know, really. Something above me and beyond me drove me on. That's why I know it will be all right. Don't be afraid. I can't make a fine speech about it like you, but it will be all right. I promise you that.
Very well. Go round to the rectory and put up the banns. And tell the rector's wife that we got some prime artichokes this morning. She's very fond of artichokes.
You're sure you feel happy about it?
I don't know what I feel about it. Go and do as you're told. Don't ask ridiculous questions.
Number, please. Oh, an order. Thanks very much. Yes, we have some very fine artichokes just in this morning. Thanks very much. They shall be sent round directly. Oh, and there's something else. Are you there? Sorry to detain you. Could I speak to the rector? Yes, it's rather particular. It's about banns. Banns. Bands. B for beauty, A for audacity, 2 N's for nonsense, and S for singing. Yes, bands, that's right. Well, the what? Oh, the parties. Of course, well, yes.
That was A Village Wooing, a commedia-tina for 2 voices by Bernard Shaw, with Siobhan McKenna and Cyril Cusick. The narrator was Frank O'Dwyer. Production was by Seamus Branagh.
Never been in love. I practice his smile, doing my thing in my 50s Dior. She had that face. I wonder, will anyone fancy me? How long has it been? Designer jeans, black or mustard or burgundy. You still got it, girl. I wish she was here.
How did my ma ever get her hands on a Dior dress? God, she has good taste.
2 hours in the hairdressers, cut and colour.
Me da hulking beside her in a second-hand tux.
New dress, blue.
They didn't have a big reception.
Got me colours done years ago.
Few family and friends.
Blue isn't for you. That's what she said.
'Cause she was pregnant.
But Justin says it suits me.
The shame. It's so beautiful.
What did the woman in the shop say it was?
Mother of pearl satin.
Persian blue. I love the black trim. And the buttons. They're real petite.
I hate to admit it, but the sash looks good.
These shoes are going to kill me.
She couldn't help herself.
My gloves await.
Better not tell Michael how much they cost.
Best of Brown Thomas.
White. Elegant.
I never wear strappy shoes.
I knew she didn't like the dress.
I can't believe she let me have it.
She had that face.
Not my usual style.
Let me cut it and change it.
It might need something to lift it.
Silver sandals.
God, push-up bras really do work.
My silver size 9s.
Shit, is that the time?
And my princess dresses.
Supposed to meet Dylan.
2-tone brogues.
In 10 minutes.
My princess dresses and my diamante tiara.
Why did you never do something useful and tell me what a bad habit it is to be late?
Statement socks.
Lipstick.
Trousers just right. You're such a hipster, Dylan.
I love Imelda May.
No. I'm a new millennial hipster. From a 3-bed semi-D.
Old Imelda May. With the quiff.
Come in, Mum. Why do I love tweed so much? John Lennon glasses. Natty little tash.
I love this dress.
My grandfather's shirt.
Tiny white flowers.
Something old amongst the new.
On a field of blue.
Who would have thought this boy thing would work?
Pulled through the button.
Not full boy, though.
Zip.
My trousers have hips.
Look from the side.
I'm pleased with my hair.
Straight black leg and winkle picker toes.
I should wear it up more often.
A flash of colour.
Heels. So the right choice.
Sock and stripe. The shirt looks good.
Jesus. Maybe I should have gotten dressed up.
Crisp, white, silver cufflinks, the shape of guitars, teddy boy tie, a real one, electric blue lapels.
Maybe I should have worn a suit.
Run my hands through my hair.
I shaved this morning.
Got a cut today.
It's not too bad.
In the barber's.
Bernie and Gladys are all dressed up, but they're women.
What'll it be today? That's what he said.
Sure, it's too late now.
As though I always went in there.
I'm fine.
A regular, tissue in my collar, the cape pulled tight, number 4 at the back and sides. That's what I said, number 4, back and sides. Longer on top, side parting, and I'd like some pomade.
Light blue, I think.
Earring catches the light.
Navy tie.
Just one, silver.
And my good brown shoes.
An X and a Y. I look just like him. I practice his smile.
Sarah.
Justin.
Sarah.
Just a minute, Dad.
No. Take your time, no rush.
It's all right, you can come in now.
Ah,
What do you think?
you look, is that...
What, is something wrong?
No, it's just...
What?
That tie, is that...
It's Grandad's. He gave it to me. He said I could have it.
No, I know, I didn't mean... It's just... I remember it. I remember him wearing it when I was small.
I don't know how to tie it.
I can tie it for you.
Thanks.
He taught me how to tie it. I used to wear it around the house when I pretended to be him.
Did Nana come?
No.
Oh.
She doesn't understand. Your granddad is here.
Did he come on the bike?
Of course he did. Waited till he knew everyone would be here so he could make an entrance. He's wandering around downstairs with the helmet under his arm, bottle of stout in one hand and the helmet under the other, in case somebody wouldn't know who the hog belonged to. Swinging it around to make a point, nearly knocked a plate full of sandwiches out of Bernie's hand.
Did Manny turn up?
Yeah, there's a good crowd. Bernie, Gladys, I think all the O'Neills are here. Your Auntie Anne. A good few of the team.
Is Michelle here?
Yeah, Michelle's here. She's wearing a suit. Feminine though, she looks...
Nice.
That's not what I was going to say.
Doesn't matter.
Sarah.
It's Owen.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... Anyway, everyone's here, Owen. Whenever you're ready.
I'll be down in a minute.
Right. Your Auntie Anne wants to get some photos, so...
I'll be down in a minute.
Right. Well, take your time.
Justin.
Are you decent?
No, I'm fabulous. Come on in. As me nanny says, it's nothing you haven't seen before.
Doesn't mean I want to see it again. Oh my God, Justin. You look...
Ma, you're not starting to cry already, are you?
No. Leave me alone. I can't help it. This is a big night for me.
It's a big night for you.
Yes. It's a big night for me. It's a big night for both me and your dad.
Ma, you'll ruin your makeup.
I know.
You really do look nice.
Thanks.
Sophisticated.
Don't you start.
Elegant.
I'm warning you.
Sexually available.
Justin.
Not another word. Do you know what a round-heeled woman is, Ma?
No, and I don't want to.
Fair enough. You really do look nice.
And you look... You did a great job on the dress.
I can't believe you let me have it.
It's great to see it get a bit of use. I loved that dress. Felt like a princess in it.
I feel like a princess in it.
My son. Princess Grace.
That's me. Do you want me to fix your makeup for you?
Would you?
Of course. Now.
Go easy. I don't want to look like you. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean,
Ma. I'm not going to make you look like a drag queen.
There's loads of people.
I didn't think there'd be this many.
You'll be fine, sir. Owen, you'll be...
Yeah, I know, it's fine. I just didn't think there'd be so many people. I don't really know that many of them.
Well, you know more than me.
Oh, there's Ava. She's one of the organisers. She's the one in the vintage dress.
The old one.
Who?
The one in the 60s dress. Blue and white.
Where? Oh, no. There. She's young. The same age as us.
Will I wait for a while?
No, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Just wait for a bit.
Owen!
Don't go just yet, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Ava.
Oh, you look amazing.
Have you seen Dylan?
Yeah, he's here somewhere. Over there with Miss Higgins.
I'm Michelle.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Friend, not date.
Okay.
I told you about her. We've been friends since junior infants.
Oh, an adult. Do you mind if I talk to you?
Not at all. Talk away.
Which one is yours?
I can claim about a dozen of them.
A dozen?
Teacher, not a parent.
Oh.
I think Arlott are responsible for the initial idea.
Oh, what school?
St. Michael's.
That's great that the school supported them. Really fantastic. Wouldn't have happened in my day.
No.
Well, as a parent, thank you. It's a great thing you've done.
Oh, it wasn't me. No, I've just come along to... well, I wanted to support it, but I didn't... my colleague Valerie, she's the school chaplain. She's the one who encouraged them. I can't take any credit. I'm just...
Well, you're here. And that's important too.
Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, that's Valerie there in the 60s dress.
Very glam, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I'd say the kids love her.
She's very popular with the students, yes.
The driver said there's no drink allowed on the bus.
What?
He said he won't let anyone on.
But that's not what we agreed with the company.
Yeah, I know that, and you know that. Try telling him.
Where is he? You must be Princess Grace. I've heard all about you from Ava. I feel like I should curtsy.
Don't let me stop you. It was Miss Higgins, wasn't it?
Oh, call me Valerie.
Well, in that case, you can call me Justin. I recognise you from Ava's description, actually.
Old, cranky and wrinkly?
No, she said you were a bit mad, and that you liked your clothes, and that you were a chaplain. We don't have one of them in our school. Should I genuflect?
Well, don't let me stop you.
Do you know that guy in the dress?
He'll hear you.
No, he won't. He's talking to that woman.
Stop staring.
I'm not staring.
Owen!
Dylan.
You look sharp.
Thanks, you look...
Oh, I'm feasibly good.
Modest much.
She didn't mean that.
Oh, didn't I?
Have you seen Ava? The photographer's here and wants to be paid up front.
Last time I saw her, she was over there with one of the bus drivers.
See you later.
He's cute.
He's gay.
So?
Why did you say that?
What?
To Dylan about being modest.
I was joking. God, you need to relax. It would have been nice if you introduced me.
Oh no. My dad's getting out of the car.
Parent or teacher?
Pardon?
Are you a parent or a teacher?
I didn't know there were teachers here. I thought it was a mix of schools.
It is, but I think there's some teachers here from some of the schools. I think it's nice that they're here.
Yeah, it is.
So you're a parent?
Yes, I'm a parent. That's my daughter. There. My little... girl.
Well, that's my son.
Oh.
Mine's in a dress, and yours is in a suit.
Yeah. We didn't have this in our day, did we?
No.
It's a minefield, isn't it?
Well, it's different.
She wants me to call her Owen. I sometimes wonder if she'd be like this if she still had her mother. She hasn't had her mother for a few years now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Are you going on the bus?
Am I meant to?
Well, only if you're going. I mean, you don't have to go. I'm going with Justin, but you don't have to.
I didn't know that parents were supposed to...
Well, you don't have to.
Have the car?
Well, you could drive. I mean, you don't have to. My husband isn't coming. Suppose I'm Justin's date. That isn't as weird as it sounds. Apparently it's a thing, bringing a parent.
Yeah, I could go, just for a bit. See that she settles. She seems a little... Would you like a lift?
Can we have everyone over by the first bus for a photo?
Everyone, by the first bus for a photo. We have approximately 3.5 minutes before the first arrival.
Les, did you see how much alcohol was consumed in that bus?
How did you get him to change his mind?
I had an email.
He looks so grumpy all the way down.
I'd say that's nothing to what he'll be like on the way home tomorrow morning. We were supposed to clear all the bottles off the bus.
Were we?
Yeah, but... Will this come off, Dylan?
What?
Off the door. Will it come off the door?
Yeah.
It's that really sticky stuff.
Relax, it'll come off.
Are you sure? Dylan, this isn't coming off. Look.
What are you picking it off for? Stop!
Ow!
Hey, Pet.
Hiya, Miss Higgins. Dylan, this is...
Do you think you could possibly call me Valerie?
Sorry, it just feels weird. Dylan, this is...
Valerie, hi.
Now I feel like a person.
Your dress is gorgeous.
As is yours. You look really beautiful.
Thanks.
Did you get it in Georgia Street Arcade?
No. Is that where you got yours?
I did. Felt very alternative, mixing it up with the pierced folks. Reminded me of when I was your age.
Were you into piercings?
No, I was into lots of things. I'm not as dull as I seem.
I would never describe you as dull.
I did get my belly button pierced a couple of years ago.
Is it still pierced? Can I see it?
No, I took it out after a week. Got infected. He said it was silver, the bar, but I think it was recycled tin, made by a women's collective in Kerala. Very well intentioned, if grossly unhygienic. Am I witnessing a criminal act? A defacing of hotel property?
No, the manager knows we're doing it.
Doing what?
Changing the signs on the toilets. For one night only, you can pee where you want.
I can pee where I what?
No XX and XY categories tonight.
I think I might just avail of the facilities before the crowds descend.
That's the gents, miss. That's the gents, Valerie.
Was the gents. Now it's the cis loo with a warm embrace for anyone identifying as male, or anyone who identifies as female but still likes standing up to have a wee.
Good to know.
This is the one you want, miss. Valerie.
The left. Door on the left.
Hi. It's so brilliant to be finally here. This is Dylan.
Greetings.
Yeah. He looks good, doesn't he? Start the queue here. I'm Ava. Dylan, and I know lots of you here this evening, but if we don't, we're the Ava and Dylan who've been sending you messages and details over the last few months. So, we're about to kick off...
The bubbles and balloon reception.
But before we do, we just want to take a moment to enjoy the fact that we're here. Because we are here. In a world of our creation. A world where we don't have to explain or apologise or accept the mantle of difference. We're not different. We are simply who we are, in all our gender-bending glory. So raise your glasses and let the merrymaking begin. To us!
To us! And now for the balloons.
You're having fun.
Yeah. It's like everything I thought it would be. Everyone here just... every type of people just being themselves.
Would you like carrots or broccoli?
Just carrots. Turkey and ham. It's like Christmas.
It was either turkey and ham or chicken stuffed with brie.
Stuffed with what?
I thought turkey and ham was safer.
I can't believe your dad's here.
I think my mother kidnapped him.
I think it's sort of sweet.
You would. He's not your dad. My ma's my day. Although she's not a very good one. I've no idea where she is. In the kitchen, probably, quizzing the chef on what he put in his gravy.
I can't imagine bringing either of my parents to my dad's.
My ma's great crack. Once you get a few drinks in her.
Some schools do it.
Really?
Yeah, there's a parents' reception. I don't think they stay all night, but they're definitely expected to make an appearance.
Not in our school. Can you imagine that, Owen? Everyone's mammy and daddy rocking up in their Sunday best.
Sounds horrific.
You didn't go to your Deb Zone, did you?
No.
Me neither.
Why?
Oh, it was all just... I went to a really good school. I mean, it was good in terms of the academics, but it is very traditional. Very full-on evening gown. There's no messing, and I just... Oh, my mother went into Debzilla overdrive, kept leaving brochures for Marion Gale and Lotus Online all over the house, and drawing up lists of amenable blokes I could bring. It was just... It was too much. I ended up in a puddle in Miss Higgins' room, and well, the rest, as they say, is history.
Owen said you were bi.
Michelle.
It's okay, Owen. I don't mind. Yeah, I am.
So why didn't you want to go to your Debs with a boy?
That wasn't the only reason. Like I said, it was just too much.
I went to my Debs. Asked someone to come with me, you know.
Who?
A friend. Oh, he said no.
Oh.
I know. I really liked him as well. Wasn't sure if he was gay or not, but I took a chance. Still not sure, to be honest. Maybe I just wasn't his type. But I went on my own. I mean, I wasn't the only one. Lots of people do it. And there was a group of us chipped in together to hire a vintage car.
Not a limousine.
No, not a limousine. It was a 1936 Chevy Coupe. And I rented a tux and all.
You didn't go as Princess Grace?
What do you think, chicken? No. It was good, though. It was a good night, you know. Didn't have turkey and ham, though.
Anyone for an extra bit of stuffing?
Not for me. Thanks.
Pint of Guinness coming through. Careful.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I do that?
You're all right. I probably should have gone around the dance floor.
We'll get you a fresh one.
No, not at all. Sure, there's hardly any gone.
Are you sure?
Positive. Anyway, the important thing is that the vodka and coke is intact. The pint is for Owen's dad, and sure, he's driving, so he probably shouldn't be drinking anyway.
Why aren't you dancing, Ma?
Why aren't I dancing? I have my hands full.
Oh, Miss Higgins is giving it loads. Look, she's even got Mr. Campbell in the groove.
Yeah, well, Mrs. Higgins is about 20 years younger than me.
Age is a state of mind, Ma. Gandhi said that.
Did he?
Oh, I don't know. I just said the first name that came into my head. I love this song!
Careful!
Moving on the floor now, baby. You're a bird of paradise.
Most of a pint of Guinness.
Ah, thanks.
This is like being at the kids' table at a wedding, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you came. I know Justin wanted me here, but I think it's better for both of us that I've someone my own age to play with. Your Owen seems to be enjoying himself.
Yeah, it's been a while since It's nice to see her smiling again. She had a rough time for the last few years. I was worried about her. Tried to get her to see a grief counsellor because of losing her mum, but...
It'll be all right, you know.
Yeah, I know.
No, I mean it. Everything will be all right. It will.
She wants me to call her, him, Owen. I don't know who Owen is.
Owen is your son.
I don't have a son.
Owen is your child.
I have a child called Sarah.
Look at him. Your son, Owen, dancing, laughing. What would you rather? Suicidal Sarah in a dress?
But people won't. They don't.
People will get used to it. You know, earlier this evening, my Justin opened our front door and walked down our garden path. We've a long front garden and a small back garden. And my son walked down that path like he was on the red carpet at the Oscars, in his full attire. And all the neighbours were gathered. And I realised I was holding my breath. And I didn't know I was holding my breath. And they started clapping. And I was so proud, and he was so... And I realised that I could breathe. Because the important thing is that he was all right. He was all right.
And this is the last song of the 80s this evening. Sweet Dreams by the fantastic Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart. See you back on the dance floor after the Rainbow Cabaret for a big blast of 90s rave.
Ladies and gentle boys,
Cis men and trans women,
all of you with a mishmash of X's and Y's,
it's time for the Rainbow Cabaret!
we'd like to welcome and thank our beautiful assistant, highly talented when it comes to tickling a tinkling ivory or two, the stylish, the remarkable, the unforgettable Dylan and the Untertones!
Do I attract you? Do I repulse you with my queasy smile? Am I too dirty? Am I too flirty? Do I like what you like?
And now, welcome to the stage, Princess Grace!
Just call me Your Highness.
Your Highness!
Oh, yes? Dylan, if you please. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, LGBTQ. I know. It's so confusing, isn't it?
It is.
Boys and girls, the Queen Mother! No, really, that's my mother. Boys and girls, trans people and queers, put your hands together and welcome my mother to the stage. You're shaking.
I've never been on stage before in me life.
It's okay. I won't let anything bad happen to you, Mammy. I was just saying to all the lovely people that it is confusing, isn't it?
What's confusing?
Everything. It used to be just that you had to be a man or a woman back in the good old days when we helpfully pushed unwanted feelings and impulses under the carpet with the unwanted babies and the nuns. But now, male and female is just the beginning. It's all about the body we're in and the body we want.
I know what body I want.
Mammy!
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant Julia Roberts. I wouldn't mind having a body like hers. Oh, she's gorgeous.
It's just so confusing, I know. Male, female, lesbian, gay, homosexual, bisexual, transsexual. Hey, what are your pronouns, chicken?
What does that all mean?
He, she, trichromosomal, they, mosaicism, chimericism, intersexuality.
I'd no idea what he just said.
What's your gender identity? Are you agender, cisgender, transgender, more? You know there will be more.
What's cisgender?
I'm cisgender, Mummy.
I thought you were gay.
I am.
Oh, I'm confused.
We're all confused. Trans man, trans woman, asexual, dude, drag king, drag queen, non-binary, fool.
Jesus Christ, I'll never get the hang of all this.
You don't have to. They're just new words for old things. Everyone's a little bit 60-40. Everyone's a little bit bi. Everyone's a little bit 60-40. Everyone's a little bit drag.
What does that mean, 60-40?
Bowie, ma. Everyone's a little bit on the spectrum. Everybody likes some friends to play with. Everybody likes some fun. Everybody likes to sit and read a book. Everybody likes to dream. Everyone's a little bit 60-40. Everyone's a little bit bi. Everyone's a little bit 60-40. Everyone's a little bit drag. Everybody likes to ride a bicycle. Everybody likes the ride. Everybody wants to have a choice. And everybody wants a voice. I'm so political. Everyone's a little bit LGBTQ, ABCD, LMNOP, and many, many more. Everyone's a little bit drag. Everyone just wants to say the right thing, and no one has a fucking clue. All together now for the big finale. Everybody likes to boogie woogie. Everybody likes to jive. Everybody likes to blow the boundaries. Everybody likes to fly. Everyone's a little bit 60-40. Everyone's a little bit bi. Everyone's a little bit 60-40. Everyone's a little bit queer. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all worthwhile.
Princess Grace, everyone!
And next up is a new voice. He's never performed in a cabaret before. He's a cabaret virgin. Put your hands together for Ono Presley!
You'll be brilliant. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfilled. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so.
I'm going up.
What?
Here, hold my pint. Sorry, I have a song.
Okay.
We can dance. This is a song that means a lot to me. It was...
Sing it, John.
Yeah, why don't I? We can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends behind. 'Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine, I say. We can go where we want to, a place where they'll never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the old one far behind. We can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it more and more. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking a chance, it's safe to dance. We can go when we want to, the night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hats to our feet, surprise them with a victory cry. Say, we can act if we want to, if we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. We can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it more and more. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking a chance, it's safe to dance.
I will
can dance, we're doing it more and more. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance.
What did you think?
About what?
My song.
Yeah, it was good. It was unusual.
Unusual?
I didn't know you could sing. You seen Ava?
What? Yeah, she's over there with Justin.
We could have done a song together. You know I sing. Everyone knows I sing. I think I'll ask Ava to dance.
Why?
She's cute. Don't you think she's cute?
Why are you going to ask her to dance?
Why shouldn't I? Am I supposed to sit at the edge of the dance floor all night waiting for you to give me permission to have a good night?
What?
I'm bored sitting on the sidelines, watching, not taking part. Anyway, I don't think asking a guy to dance would go down very well now, do you? You know what they say, when in Rome.
Whew, you're sweating.
I'm melting. Good job the suit's mine. Imagine if it was a rental. Oh, sorry about the squelch. You're the Queen Mother.
That's me, the Queen Mother.
Oh, Princess Grace is a legend. And you're her mum. You're so cool.
Well, I'm not cool. He's cool.
Oh, I think I might have had a little bit too much to drink.
Jesus, what's he doing out there?
Raving, like it was the 90s.
Were you even born in the 90s?
1989. Technically, I'm an 80s baby. August. I'm a Leo. Rar. You must be really proud of him.
Justin.
Princess Grace, Justin, yeah.
I am. What about you? Are your parents proud of you?
Whew, that's a big question. You'd have to ask them. Yeah, I mean, they don't mind the whole gay thing. They're very repeal the 8th, won't vote for Sinn Féin until Jerry Adams comes clean kind of parents. It would be against their politics to be offended by my sexuality. I think they're disappointed in my results, though. To be fair, I don't blame them. They're pretty terrible. Ava and I, we've been friends forever. We've always talked about going to Trinity together, but my dad says I lack ambition. My mother tells him he's harsh, that my problem is a lack of direction. Sorry, that was a bit...
No, it's okay.
I should go. I should get back to the dance floor before I cool down. Don't want to catch a cold now, do I?
Do you want to dance?
Pardon?
It's a very polite answer.
But didn't you come with Owen?
Owen and I are just friends. And it's not as if he's waiting around for me to have a good time.
But aren't you straight?
I thought the tone of the evening was a little more flexible. It's just a dance.
Okay.
Isn't that your pal with Ava?
Yeah.
She's gorge. Oh, I loved your song, and I think your drag name is Fab.
I'm not a drag.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's my real name.
I'm really sorry.
It's okay. Owen is my real name. My new name. I'm just starting. I'm not a drag king.
You're a trans man?
Yeah. I mean, my second name obviously isn't Dawn Presley. That's just... I was just trying it out tonight. Sort of like a stage name. My real name is Gilmartin. Sarah, originally.
I think Owen suits you much better.
Thanks.
You look great.
Thanks. You look great too.
Yeah, I do, don't I? Where did you get your shoes? They're amazing.
Top Man.
Oh, I love Top Man.
Yeah. When I dressed as a boy, I loved Top Man too. So where are you from?
Coolock.
That's in Dublin?
Yeah.
Is it near Croke Park?
Kind of. Where are you from, Owen?
Wexford.
Oh.
It's not as bad as it sounds. It's nice.
If you like the sea.
I do.
Oh, don't tell me you write poetry.
No, I'm crap at English. Your mum is great.
Yeah, she is. Cries at the drop of a hat, mind. Whatever you do, don't show her a picture of a baby or a kitten. She is great. She's come a long way.
we've come a long way. My dad came with me. He was only supposed to drop me to the bus, but he's here. He's still here. I'm glad he got to see me sing. He's never seen me sing in my whole life, and that's because now I sing. And I guess, yeah, I sing now. This is what I do, and he saw me, and I know he thought I was good because his face. I saw his face, and his face was...
I think I just scared a young person.
Saw you dance. I think they were right to be scared. You're having a good time?
I am having the most fantastic night of my life. Mwah. Thank you.
For what?
You did this.
I didn't.
Look at them. They're fantastic. All dressed up in their fancies and finery, not caring who sees, wearing what they want, dancing and strutting like so many peacocks and peahens. Look at me, notice me, see me, laughing, carrying on like it's all right.
It is all right.
I know. I'm just a little overwhelmed, maybe.
You know, I've never heard you talk like that before. You hardly talk at all in the staff room. You shout. Yes, you shout. But talk, not so much.
I get a bit stressed. Look at them. They're having such a great time.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
Me? No.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I just don't maybe...
Gay, Valerie. You know that.
Of course I do. Well, look, I sort of knew. I mean, I heard things. People say things, but I was never sure.
Things weren't like this in my day. I envy them.
Do you have a partner?
I did, until recently. We were together 8 years. He was younger than me, works. He still works for Google.
Oh.
Not that I'm Facebook stalking him or anything. He, well, after the marriage referendum, I thought... But he met someone else.
Oh.
Someone a little less... He used to buy me presents that I never had the courage to wear. He's new... he's younger, more...
I'm sorry.
What about you? You in love?
No. The chance would be a fine thing.
Do you aspire to the whole married with 2 kids, mortgage and a Nissan ensemble?
I have the Nissan. No. I'd like to meet someone. I have met someone online. Yeah, I know. It's early days, you know. And I would like to have children. It's not too late, but the clock is ticking. I like my own company and I like living on my own, but I suppose I would like to have someone to share things with, you know? And if I did have children, I'd like to think that I'd make them feel that whatever they are and whatever they want to be is okay. I think the church has a lot to answer for. I know I'm the school chaplain, but I sometimes wonder, can there be a God? When you see young people and some of the things they have to deal with, John, it's not right. It's really not right.
Wow. Your lips are really soft.
I think I'm really drunk.
I've never kissed a girl before.
I've never kissed a boy before. Well, except for Russell Finley in the 6th class toilets for a dare. Can't say I liked it. He tasted a potato and his tongue was fat and wiggly.
Ugh. You've never kissed a boy?
No.
I thought you were bi.
Yeah, well, I could be. It's possible. Not likely. My mother likes to think it's a phase, that I'm experimenting, that I'll grow out of it and fall for an accountant called Finton from Blackrock. So not going to happen.
Have you slept with many girls?
A few. Do you want to have sex with me?
I don't know. I suddenly find myself very bi-curious.
There's nowhere here to...
There has to be somewhere.
Not the toilets.
Come on. There has to be somewhere.
Oh, God, am I in the wrong one again?
There's no wrong one, Ma.
Oh, this is the wrong one. There's urinals on the wall. I can't hold it any longer. I have to go. Oh, my God, Justin, boys are disgusting.
Just go in the other one. Too late for that, then. Ma, you're not crying again, are you?
No, I'm not crying.
You'll ruin your makeup, I told you.
I can't help it. I was talking to that young fella, what's his name, the one on the piano?
Dylan.
And he just seemed so... I never said sorry to you, Justin.
Ma, you don't have to.
I never said sorry properly, and I am sorry. I'm so proud of you.
I know, Ma.
All the struggles you had to go through to get here. And I wasn't always there for you.
Ma, you don't have...
Just let me say what I want to say. I couldn't always... You know... The makeup and all. Under the makeup and all. Sometimes... I couldn't see you. I couldn't see my son. My Justin. I found that very hard. I mean, oh Jesus, you kids have all the language, but I made so many mistakes with you.
You didn't, man.
I did. I know I did. Me and your dad. We were embarrassed with the neighbours and I took it out on you, and I regret that.
I know, man. I do, I know.
I want you to know that I regret that.
You've got mascara running down your face.
I know we fight and everything, but...
Do you want me to fix it?
Will you?
I will, only if you promise not to talk anymore.
Not another...
Oh, I'm not doing it in the...
There's people here.
Oh my God, Kodak moment. Give me your phone.
Use your own phone.
It's out of battery. Give me your phone.
What do you want it for?
Kodak moment. Justin, do that again. Fix your mum's mascara. I'll take a picture. Oh, that's lovely. Wait, I'll get it from another angle.
Is she serious?
Yes.
Thanks.
Phone?
Here. I'll be back in a moment.
Where are you going?
Next door to pee. Urinals freak me out. You can come if you want to.
I thought toilets were a no-no.
I didn't mean that.
I'll wait here then.
I don't think I want to know what that was all about. Thanks, Pet. See you back upstairs.
So, do I get to see what's under the dress?
Excuse me?
Well, I've already kissed one person wearing a dress tonight. You could be the second.
Sorry, that is so offensive.
Offensive?
You really love yourself, don't you?
Well, actually...
And why would I want to kiss you, huh?
Why wouldn't you want to kiss me?
You are incredible, and I don't mean that as a compliment.
That's so much better. What's going on?
Nothing.
Watch out for that one, Ava.
That one?
She's not doing you any favours.
What?
Oh my God, I'm getting out of here. It's just too intense.
What just happened? Are you alright? Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so am I. Because a couple of seconds later and I wouldn't have been the one to bump into you as the colour drained from your face. And I'd be inside now, where there's gin. And it's warm. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's you.
Jesus, what is with tonight? Everyone's having a go at me.
Who's having a go at you?
You.
I'm not.
Justin.
Why is Justin having a go at you?
Don't ask me. I might have done something a bit stupid.
What did you do?
Never mind. And now I've messed things up with Ava.
Why did you have to... Why her?
Why do you care? Oh, she... I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, That's not it. She's not the... Why did you do it, though? You're the straightest person I know.
I was curious. I just wanted to feel included.
You have the whole world to feel. This is the only place that I have.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
What did you mean when you said my song was unusual?
I was just being a cow. Your song was great.
Really?
Yeah. I planned to get up and sing a song for you.
In the cabaret?
Yeah, but I bottled it.
What song?
The Queerness of You. I adapted the lyrics.
That would have been cool.
It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the queerness of you.
I love everyone. I love everyone in this place. And I just love them. It's such a good time. You have been so much to me. It's been amazing. And it just really means no, it's really great.
Who's that?
Dylan.
Do you always stay until the bitter end?
No, I've never stayed till sunrise before. I always scoot away home before the clock strikes 12 and the young people turn into drink and hormone-fueled pumpkins. Last night was different though, you know? Well, at first. I'm good first. And if I'm honest, I was a little worried about him. Wanted to keep an eye on him. Did you get a breakfast roll?
God, no. Did you?
No, the turkey and ham last night was quite enough.
There you are. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Where's Michelle?
She's gone to get another role.
Well, we should get on the road soon enough.
I want to go back on the bus.
But it doesn't make sense to get back on the
I
bus.
want to go back on the bus.
But we can go across country from here and avoid Dublin.
I want to...
Sarah.
My name's Owen.
Your name's Sarah. I know because I gave it to you. Me and your mother gave it to you. What would she think if she could see you now? Look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have... Look, if we go across country, we'll get home at a reasonable hour and then you can have a rest before training tonight.
I'm not going to training tonight.
But if you get a rest, you should be okay.
I don't want to play camogie anymore.
But you're good. Con thinks you'll make the county team this year.
I don't want to play camogie. I want to play hurling.
What?
If I'm gonna play anything, I want to play hurling.
But you... I thought tonight... Last night, this night... Jesus, it's never going to end, is it? I thought this would be enough. It's never going to be enough, is it? I can't... I've tried... I'm trying to...
I'm gonna go find Michelle. You can go. No need to wait, because I'll be getting the bus.
I'm not going into Dublin.
Fine. We'll make our own way home.
Fuck.
The bus is here. Has anyone seen Dylan?
No. Have you seen my ma?
No.
Are you all right, Kenneth? Are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
Shoes in my hand.
Brash morning light.
I wish I'd worn linen.
I can't find my glove.
The dawn shows up all the creases.
Not so brown, Thomas, now.
My hair's in a terrible state.
Scuffed and tarnished.
Trousers are creased.
Still sharp. My toes.
I've a ladder in me stocking.
It's freezing.
It's cold. I watch them embark, dishevelled, in disarray. And I want with all my heart to go with them.
I stand and stare.
I turn and I wave.
They watch us depart.
I turn from the window.
I've let her down.
great night. I just want to be home.
I missed my chance.
Kinsey 1 through 5 was devised with the cast and scripted and directed by Veronica Coburn. Dylan was played by Conal Keating. Owen was Aoife Spratt. The part of Justin was played by Stephen Quinn, and Mary Lou McCarthy played Ava. Esosa Ighodaro was Michelle, and the part of Valerie was played by Clelia Murphy. Seamus Moran was John. Raymond Scannell played Kenneth, and Joan was played by Louise Lewis. Original music by Raymond Scannell. Sound supervision by Damien Chanel. Kevin Reynolds is series producer of radio drama.